is the thing. I used to keep my door open. Oh man, it's beautiful out right now. Like 72 degrees inside. Oh man, it was a guy. If you go to my last video, there's a comment on there from Slee Stack. And he sent me this video. It's a really beautiful video of this old man who has a bookshop in Paris. And he's probably from the United States. He sounds like he's from the United States, but people would come and live in his bookshop. And I'm going to tell you this story. Go check out the video. It's a beautiful video. Also tells you how to cut your hair. That's funny. I'm walking over here in thongs, because, the things I do for some of you people, ungrateful monsters that you are. Me, such a sensitive individual. I could step on a freaking... the stickers out here are unbelievable. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that right there. It looks like a rose. It's beautiful out right now. This thing right here stood up for about probably at least a year against all the winds that blew down my fence. And then one day I came out, it was blown down, and it blew down this way, which I thought was, so I'm thinking that because it started to kind of lean, with the wind, and then the wind came from a different direction, and that really, I don't know what happened. I can't figure it out. Oh, it's beautiful out right now. It's so beautiful out. We need rain, though, desperately here. You can see how dry it is. There's just nothing going on. Look at that. It's just totally dry. I may have to make another trip to my neighbors. Oh, look at this. Looking at that shirt right there. It's right here. Nanjing, 1937. That's when the Japanese went into Nanjing, China, and killed like 200,000 or 300,000. The numbers are off. A couple of 100,000 people at least, probably, by hand. 1937, the butchers of Nanjing. And I like the Japanese. I think Japanese people are great. I think they're people. I think they learn from their mistakes. The Germans are trying to learn from their mistakes too. There's a lot of people out there that embrace it. They embrace their hatred. Because they don't think of it as hatred, I guess. Maybe they do. I don't know. associate with them, whoever they are. Oh boy. The world is full of people that are just the things that people do to each other. I don't put myself in that category because I hate freaking barking dogs. I was thinking about something. I was thinking, this one neighbor, I mean, there's a barking dog over here. And my neighbor says, "Did you hear me?" I'm like, yelling at the top of my lungs, "Just shut up." I said, "No, I didn't hear that, you know." And he started yelling in Spanish. Getting some more coffee right now, and it's not very hot because what happens sometimes with my coffee is that so I've got this drip coffee maker, and sometimes the water drips down and hits the side of the filter, and the filter just, like, instead of being like that, it just collapses like that. So the water's going over the edge and everything, and you know, it's not going through the coffee and stuff. So when I notice that, I'll get the coffee and pour it in, and then I'll pour it in, and it'll spread it out like that. But then there's still like coffee grounds in the freaking coffee, and then the temperature of the coffee that was left in the pot before I did that is not freaking hot. I don't know. I don't know. I love those kind of paintings. So many paintings. It's unreal how my actions are. I was looking at when I had that thing on my throat. You know, I don't go to the doctor, you know, but I saw that thing on my throat. I went to the doctor the very next morning. You know, and then the other day I was looking at my teeth. My teeth started to get a little. My bottom teeth started to get a little sensitive. So I looked at my teeth, and my gums are receding right there on my bottom teeth. And I did some research. I said, well, you could be from brushing too hard. So I ordered a night guard for my teeth because I'm starting to grind my teeth, you know. And so I tried to jump on that. But as far as making a living, I'm not jumping on that because it's just, I don't know. It's strange how I'm thinking. Strange. So I don't know. Don't know what to do. I need to start doing some studies, you know, to figure it out. But it was like freaking frozen. I was to do anything all day except sit and look at my videos and see if anybody sent me a comment. That's sad. That is really freaking sad. Oh, and then when I was watching that video, of the old man, you gotta go see that video. I'll try to. I hate it that you can't put links in the comment section. Maybe you can put. I think you might be able to put links in the on the home page comment section. If you can, if I can remember, I'll put a link to this video. I'd like for you to go and see. It's a really beautiful video. It's this really beautiful old man, and it's really a good video. It's really very interesting video. I'll tell you a story of what happened to me once when I was in Paris. I had this man's talking about. I just saw the video once. I just got out of bed, you know, but it seemed like he was. Someone came in and asked him if he could live in his bookstore or whatever. But I was coming from. I was at the train station in Paris. I had my bags and everything, you know. So I go over to this map and I'm looking at the map, you know, like that means anything. Like, oh yeah, I'm looking at the map. Big map, you know, oh yeah, I'm looking at the map of Paris. I'm standing there with my bags. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I'm going, you know. And so this woman walks up to me and she says, oh, are you looking for a place to stay? And I said, yes. And she says, would you like to come and stay with me? Yeah. It wasn't quite like that, but it was kind of like that. And so what it is that she had come to the train station to see if she could find someone that needed a place to stay because she rented out, she would basically rent out a little room to people who were in Paris. And so it just was perfect. It was just beautiful, you know. So I went to her place, and she had 2 kids, and she had this bathroom. It was really ridiculous. I mean, this thing was like, it was like something out of 1984 or something, even worse, you know. And so I went in there, and I was like, oh my God, this is weird, because it was all cracked and broken, everything. It's barely worked, you know. And then I came in, and it had a little kitchen, you know, and I was sitting there, and she says, well, if you made it through the bathroom, I guess you can make it through anything or something like that. It was really funny. And so I stayed there, and there were a couple of other people that were staying there with her. And so I just stayed, and in the morning she would bring me a baguette and a big cup of coffee and some jelly, a couple of different types of jelly and some butter. It was really beautiful, and I stayed there for a few days, and then on the last day, you know, because I'd been traveling, and man, I was exhausted, you know. And she says, did you go to Montmartre? And I said, no, I can't go. I'm too tired. And she says, no, let's go. I'll go with you. I said, no, I'm too freaking tired. No, we're going to Montmartre. Okay, all right, we're going to Montmartre. So we got there, and this is where, it was like where the painters from, you know, basically the avant-garde, you know, the Bohemians lived and did their thing back like in the early 1900s, early 1900s, I guess. And it had rained, and it was real fresh. The streets were wet, and there was no tourists around or anything. We just stumbled around Montmartre, you know, and they have a beautiful church there. That big church, that big white church was right there. Man, it was beautiful. And so we got some ice cream, you know, and then we came back, and then the next day I left.